Hi guys, Thor here with a new video, and this video will be a brainstorm video about Wrath of the Lich King and TBC. As you may know, we are right now on the anniversary servers, which basically are progression servers. I don't know when the anniversary part is going to drop from the name, but anyways, we're playing on this new fresh servers. As you may know, we're going to progress into TBC and most likely into Wrath of the Lich King. And I'm going to suggest something that will probably make everyone go mad, but maybe not. I would like to see TBC Classic Plus. I would like to see Wrath of the Lich King Classic Plus. A few things that I find that they are doing well is that TBC is a great continuation of Classic, pretty much. You still have attunements, still have like dungeons that you need to grind, still have like your raids, you still have your PvP. BGs are mattering because you need to do BGs to get like the marks for your gear. There is arena, so obviously there is also rating. But I think there are a few things that I would change. And you could say that it is a plus, but it could be just also some like pure, how can I say, quality of life changes that are not going to be that drastic. For example, I'm a PvPer, as you may know, but arena points, I detest that. The reason why I don't like arena points is that you cannot really catch up. So if you're not playing 1 or 2 weeks, those 2 weeks are gone. There is no way to get those points back. It's not like if you play today, like for a whole week, a lot that you're going to catch up the previous weeks that you didn't play. So I would suggest the thing that they did for Cataclysm is that Conquest is reintroduced, or at least introduced to TBC. Conquest points, what are they? If you don't know what in Cataclysm is or in retail, those are is a currency like honor that you would get from rated PvP. So if you're doing RBGs, if you're doing 2v2, 3v3, 5v5, you will get conquest points. And those conquest points are going to be capped every single week. So for example, you have 1,000 conquest points that you can get from the first week. The second week will be the cap 2,000. So it means that if you have already spent 1,000, you still have 1,000 to grind. But if you haven't played the previous week, it's going to be written 0 out of 2,000. So you could actually grind up those 2,000 points in one sitting if you want to. It's not going to happen, but still you could do that. And that's a way for people to come back pretty easily, but also track their points way more efficiently. Like, you don't need a third-party website, or you don't need like an add-on to tell you how many games or how many points you're going to get every single week. Like, the arena points is really contrived. It will depend on your rating. It will depend. So it means that the higher you are, the more richer you are. So the richer are becoming richer, and the poor still are poor. While conquest points is like indiscriminated from what rating you are. So if you're like 0 rated, or if you're 1.5k, or if you're 2.2k, you will still gain the same amount of conquest points that you can then spend on gear. The thing that will still be on TBC, which is not in Cataclysm, is probably gear that is going to be limited because of your rating. For example, you need to be 2k, for example, for the shoulders, 1.8k for the weapons, for example. All those things are still going to stay, but to buy those pieces, you will need conquest points instead of arena points. So that's going to be something I would like to change in TBC and Wrath of the Lich King. I think if Wrath of the Lich King had that, I would be playing way more than what I did the first time around in 2019. But of course, in 2004 plus, I did also play Wrath of the Lich King. I didn't know what Conquest was, so it's very hard for something to be missed when you don't know what there could be. But since it is already implemented in retail, it's implemented in Cataclysm as well. It will be also in how it's called. It will be also in Mist of Pandaria. I think that would be a great change for PvP in TBC and in Wrath of the Lich King. So those changes I would be making. One change I would be making as well is the pace of the phases. I think they have it right now on anniversary patch. It's like 1 year, so it means that normally every single phase should be 2 months apart. So I guess phase two is a bit faster than usual because again it's not really a lot of content. It's basically Dharma and the PGs. But if they could speed up also in TBC and in RAF, that would be actually very welcome. I think next Ramas in like RAF Classic was way too long of a phase. It was very boring, and we lost a lot of people. They lost even myself when the phase was there, still there, and actually still current. We did next Ramas way too many times, and everyone was already geared up with also their ults as well. It was too long of a phase. So I think it should be like maximum 2 months per phase, maybe with more gear. I don't know. Again, it's a bit hard to quantify it with just purely time. It will depend on also player sentiment. But I think at one point, if the player base wants more content or the content needs to be out sooner, then they should release that. I think it's like there is no point to have like a 2 year Wrath of the Lich King cycle. What I also would want is that they have finally a TBC era, a RAF era server where they could reiterate and even do changes on it. For example, I liked the beta or the gamma or whatever dungeons that you could have which had catch-up gear from previous tiers. That was a very good idea, and I think they should do that as well for TBC. So in TBC they should do that as well. But in RAF, they should again re-implement that. It was a fantastic idea. I think the phases were too long for what it is, but they just need to refine it. I think that would be already a great start. Also, TBC Classic Plus, RAF Classic Plus, I'm also thinking about balancing. I know people are going to detest that. They are going to say, but no, you want to make it retail, whatnot. No, I don't want to make it retail. I just want it to be more fair for multiple classes. Like, obviously, you don't need to balance too much. You just need to do like increments of 2%, 3%, maybe give a bit of a change in coefficients, for example. Like, those things would not break the meta, but would obviously open the door to more classes towards more content. For example, a cat feral druid in TBC is just not fantastic, unfortunately. It is, like, especially in PvP. In PvE, I don't know, but in PvP, it's not fantastic. A few changes would make it way better, for example, like the helm or like the power shifting helm that you still need to wear from Classic, still in TBC. That is stupid, let me say. Like, if it's the intent that people are playing with that, they should just purely had like a blackout stun on mage. That's quite good. You gonna survive or die? It's gonna die. The blackout stun. Excuse me. The power shifting helm. If that's the intent that everyone should be playing around, then please give us gear that has that or an enchant that has that as well. That would be a great first step. What else? For example, the MCP weapon, the charges that you still use it in TBC as well. Unfortunately, you still need to use it because it's still good enough to keep and warrant it. They should also put an enchant for that. They should also make you be able to like go away from having to use low level gear and just implement that. Even in Classic, I would want that. But let's say TBC and Wrath of the Lich King we do changes, and in Classic we don't. I think that's a first step. Like, those little things are enough. The same change that they made for Wrath of the Lich King Survival Hunter, where you have to put the traps at your feet. They changed it to a point where they added a new ability, which is Trap Launcher, which is only usable in PvE, but not in PvP. And you see also the sentiment of all the hunters are actually happy about it. Those things are enough to make the game way better in a game sense. And I think the foundation of TBC and the foundation of RAF, those two are very strong. You don't need to change too much, but you still need to do some changes if you want to like captivate the most amount of people possible. Now I think we're losing this BG, but yeah, I think in general those are the changes I would make for TBC and RAF. Let me know what you would want to change maybe in those expansions. If you think that it's perfect and doesn't need to change, well, I'm okay with that as well. So please let me know in the comment section below. If anything, well, we need to stop this. If anything, let me know. Like if you think I'm wrong, please do be my guest. Please don't tell, like, for example, you don't trust Blizzard because of those changes. That this is not that kind of video. If if I may be true, yeah, my trust in Blizzard is not that high. So obviously they could also mess it up. But in an ideal world where Blizzard kind of does what we are suggesting, for example, what would be the changes that you would like it to be implemented in Wrath of the Lich King or TBC? Let me know. And yeah, I think it's a good start for opening up the TBC arc. It's like 1 year still. I'm not gonna lie, I do try some P servers here and there, and it looks really good. It just is like I can't play private servers anymore. Like the quality of it is not like Blizzard. Like for example, I cannot even move the frames, which I really detest. So I think in general, I will stick with what we see right now on the screen, which is like Blizzard servers. But I think as a aperitif, as a first meal, it's quite good to actually try a bit of private service to just see how it is. So we don't have like roses tinted glasses when speaking of TBC. I'm gonna get destroyed here, obviously. Well, can I align this? Anyways, I'm gonna leave this video with this duel with this priest, I guess. He has no mana, so he's pretty screwed. But I'm a priest, so I cannot catch him up. He might die actually, but I'm silenced, so I might die. Nope. Not gonna happen. He even sappered! What? Or what was it? Did he sapper? Oh, he did maybe a blasting wave? I don't know. He didn't touch me, so anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.